Hey everybody, welcome to Vlogmas and welcome to all of my worst angles. I thought I would do like a little get ready with me today because if you've seen the title of this video, it's kind of a hint as to where I'm going in a little bit. And because of it being a special occasion, I thought I would do like a little bit of a makeup look. I am by no means like a beauty person. I really do. My makeup is just, I slap a bunch of stuff on my face and then I just kind of see how it looks. But because this is a get ready with me, I wanted to have access to the mirror, which is why I've got kind of a weird angle here. And again, because I'm getting ready, this is all going to be fairly unedited. So, you know, hang on tight. We'll see where that goes. So before I got started with makeup and stuff like that, I did my usual, like brushed and flossed my teeth. I just wanted to show you I use this dental lace that's my floss. It's in a zero waste package, which is really important to me. You may have seen in previous videos kind of flashing by, I have a whole bunch of zero waste or low waste products that I use. I'm not like 100% zero waste by any means, but it is really important to me, and this is one thing that kind of like went by in a video, and I wanted to share it with you because that's really important to me. And then I also did my skincare routine in the shower earlier. I washed my face with this Neutrogena cleanser. I have literally been using the same cleanser since I was in high school. It's basically the only cleanser I have ever used. And then I went and used this, which is the BioElements Soothing Reset Mist. And I used this, which is also from BioElements, the Crucial Moisturizer. Both of these, I see an esthetician, and both of these were recommended by my esthetician. They are the same products that she uses when like I go in for a facial, and they've done really well for my skin so far. And I got out all of my materials and then realized I forgot my foundation, so that's pretty important. Okay, I'm back. So last time I went on an overnight trip, I had put my little like knockoff beauty blender in. I guess I did my makeup for that trip too and never took it out. So I just went and grabbed it. I'm gonna take off my glasses, and the first thing I'm gonna do now that I've done all my skincare and stuff is go ahead and put on some foundation. Like I said, I have no idea how to do this. I'm not someone who, my typical makeup look is nothing. My actual wearing makeup, typical makeup look is the bare minimum, so I don't actually know how to put anything on. I just kind of follow my heart. And I just put foundation, I just dot it like all over my face first with this, and like a little bit on my neck. I'm even wearing like a jacket, so you're not gonna even really be able to see most of like this part, but you know, just in case. This foundation I use is BB cream from Garnier. It's got SPF 15. It's the Miracle Skin Perfector in Fair/Light. It matches my skin tone better than any foundation that I have ever used. I'm just like blending it in with this sponge. Again, no idea what I'm doing. Please don't come at me for the way I put makeup on, because I already told you that there's nothing to come at me about. I already know. So I just like rub it all in everywhere. But yeah, like I said, I have trouble finding foundation that matches the ghostly pallor that is my skin. So I was pretty impressed to find that this does a really good job. And I just give myself like a base layer everywhere. And I am extremely nearsighted, so the other fun part about putting on makeup is that I can't actually see myself really, unless I'm about 4 inches from the mirror. So it's a fun surprise when you get done to see if you actually knew what you were doing. So then the next thing that I do is I like to go in with a little concealer. This is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. And I put that mostly just under my eyes. I don't tend to have like breakout prone skin or like much stuff to cover up. I don't even really have a lot of eye bags, but I do find that, I'll put a little one here too, that if I don't use concealer, if I'm doing like a really fun makeup look, then what tends to happen is that when I put my glasses on, the shadow from my glasses will like pick up on like anything, any like different coloration that's under my eyes or around my face, and it just looks really bad. So I have taken to, even though I don't feel like I have anything to conceal, I have taken to just like doing it a little bit to even things out. It really does help my eyes look a little bit better. I'm pretty sure that you can't see what I'm doing half the time because I have to lean in so close to the mirror, but you know, this is my channel. You kind of get what you get. So I'm gonna put my glasses on and take a look and see. It looks like here I just did a terrible job blending everything in, so I'm gonna have to go back with my glasses on and do it correctly. I'm actually gonna dot a little more concealer on. The other thing about having really pale skin is that I have like a really prominent looking blood vessel really close to the surface, and I kind of don't like the way that these look. I really don't want the focus to be on like my temples, my blood vessels on my temples, you know? That's not, I don't think that look is kind of like coming into style anytime soon. Okay, so did a little bit of concealing. Then, next step is I usually do eyeshadow. This is my favorite eyeshadow palette. I just bought it randomly and I ended up loving it. It is from Wander Beauty. It is the Wanderess palette in Fling, and you open it up. It's got a lot of cool different shades in it. I usually do a couple of different things. I'm trying to figure out if I like want to go full. So let me explain to you while I'm like trying to decide what I'm doing here. Why I'm putting my makeup on. And the reason is because I am going to the theater today to see a show called Hedwig and the Angry Inch. It's like a punk rock type of show. It's about like queer identity, and it's about punk rock, and punk rock is one of my favorite genres of music, and the star is one of my favorite people in the whole world. I decided to go for the purple because why not? And their name is Mason Alexander Park. If you are from New York, you might have seen them doing a lot of shows up there, including that's where they started Hedwig, I think. And if you are from Maryland like me, you may have seen them in Only Theater Center's version of Cabaret. They were the MC, and that's where I saw them and became obsessed with them. They did an amazing job. And if you are basically anywhere else in the world, you may be starting to know them from the hit Netflix show Cowboy Bebop, where they play the role of Gren. They're also going to be Desire in the Netflix adaptation of Sandman. So, like, their career is skyrocketing, and I became obsessed with them in 2019. I'm also going to use this, like, rose-colored shade. In 2019, when they were here for Cabaret, and there had been a lot of hints that they were coming back to do Hedwig. And I was really, really, really excited, and then COVID happened, and it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, and the last thing I would do is the little gold, like, right up at the top, which also kind of helps tone it down, because sometimes I put on eye makeup, and then I immediately have regrets. So I got really excited about it, because then COVID made it seem like it wasn't going to happen, and then I kept seeing that they were getting cast in all these Netflix adaptations, and I was thinking, oh, they're not going to have time for us, you know, they're gonna get too famous. And it turned out that they still are coming, and I am seeing the show twice, and the first time I'm seeing it is today. I am so excited. Like, I can't even express to you, like, that, the, like, starstruck excitement that I have to be able to be going to this show. And while I always joke that I'm kind of like a little punk rock kid at heart, I, oops, forgot to put that away. In terms of style, am like a little shy. So I don't go for like full makeup looks, but I am gonna like do a little bit, even if it's only noticeable to me, just to kind of celebrate, I guess. So now, this is when I go in with my eyeliner. I don't know, a lot of people do it at different times, but if I put on everything else on my face first, I find I just, like, smudge it. Not the eyeliner, the stuff on my face. So this is my favorite eyeliner pen. It's from Almay. It's liquid eyeliner pen. I like the ones that look like a marker because I'm really bad at putting eyeliner on. So the more it looks like something that I would draw on a piece of paper, the better it is for me. And I'm still going to be really bad at it. And you're not even going to be able to see it because I'm going to have to lean in so that I'm practically touching the mirror to be able to see. But we'll just go with it. Whenever I put on makeup, I always kind of get to the end of it and then feel like I used to do theater when I was growing up. I was a huge theater kid. And I feel like sometimes I only know how to do stage makeup. So I sometimes like get done with doing my quote unquote regular makeup. And then I find that it looks like it needs to be seen from 5,000 feet away. Like I'm going to be on a stage somewhere. Every time I do one eye, I have to like check it and see. This is like fairly restrained. Here, I'll come like real close. You can barely even see it. But it means a lot to me. And it's a nice way to kind of practice and see. I'm actually doing okay. I mean, not to jinx it or anything, but I'm doing it okay at drawing like a reasonable eyeliner line. We'll see how it works, but of course this one looks really weird, but that's okay. Yeah, so because, going back to what I was saying before, because it's like a punk rock show, I wanted to look just like a tiny bit extra for it, without, you know, looking like I was about to go up there on stage myself. So yeah, that's why I am doing this. It's just kind of celebratory. And that one's like way heavier than the other one, I feel like. Oh, I gotta touch up the other one. This is how I end up here forever, is that I'm like, let me just go back and touch up the other one. Because like this one's fine, but now it's gonna be not fine because I went ahead and did this. I'm just gonna like touch up the middle because the middle of my eye is always where I like lose control. Because I can't see it as well. And it's because that's when I start to get nervous that I'm not drawing a straight line. And I'm usually right, I usually am not drawing a straight line. Okay, so there's my eyes. There's like a couple different colors on there. This light is also, let me try to get some natural light coming from the side here. There's also not great light in this bathroom, but there's nowhere else in the house where I really have a mirror. So, you know, we do what we can. Okay, so now I'm going to do I love a little bit of like a blush moment. This is Clinique Blushing Blush Powder Blush, which I don't know if they could have possibly said the word blush enough times in there, but this is in the shade Iced Lotus. And I don't tend to have a lot of different kinds of makeup because I wear it so infrequently and I hate having too much stuff. So, like, this might not be the right blush for every occasion, but it's the only one I use because it's the one I already have. So then I just, you know, just get this going on over here. Sometimes I think this is where I start to veer into like the stage makeup thing with blush because you just like kind of over apply, but I can just, I'll just blend it in. Because I also don't want to look like I'm running a fever. Okay, so that's fine. We got that done. So I have to leave in like a little bit for this. The show starts at 2. It's probably close to noon now. It's only about 45 minutes away, but I just like to make sure that I get there on time. I'm not always on time, but I'm the type of person who always like wants to be on time. And so the more it means to me that I am on time, the more it matters, I think, even if I'm not always successful. So I'm just gonna like wipe it with my hand a little bit because I'm also gonna kind of go over top it a little bit with some of my highlighter. I don't know how to apply highlighter. I just do it like I imitate what I've seen on videos and probably watched it wrong. So this is my eyeliner. My highlighter. I got it from Target. It's in the shade Rose Gold. And because I already put on blush, I usually just use this like highlightery silvery side. Sometimes I might like mix it a little bit in the middle, but for the most part I don't, because I don't need to be that much more pink than I already am. And I see people put it on their nose like this, so that's what I'm gonna do. And then some people put it like down here, so I'll do a little bit of that. And then I like to like dust it across my cheekbones, because A, if I've gone wild with the blush, it helps cover that up a little bit, and B, I don't know, is it supposed to accentuate? I don't know if it's supposed to accentuate, but I like to think that that's what it's doing. And then sometimes I put like a little bit just like right above my eyebrows, because I don't do anything with my brows, and why not? But then here is the crowning jewel for me. This is what I love the most, is I got this lipstick, this like liquid lipstick from Rare Beauty, and I love this so much. It goes on like super strong, but it doesn't stay on super strong. It's like such a nice like berry shade. It's good for someone like me when like you want to feel a little bit extra and you feel like you're like slightly punk rock at heart, but you don't like, but you're too afraid to actually like wear anything too dramatic, because it actually is pretty versatile. So I'm just gonna put it on. And there's a moment when you put it on where it looks like you're a vampire who just bit somebody, because you have to kind of like layer it to get it to work right. And I'm going to blot it too, because like, since it's a liquid, you kind of, as you draw the lines, they get smeared. Let me go on with another layer before I blot it. And I'll bring this with me because it does rub off over time. I wore it to a wedding recently, and I like came back after the ceremony to take a picture, and it was already like wearing off a whole bunch. You already couldn't really tell that I had dark lipstick on. Okay. So I'm sure like if I had like a lip liner situation going on that would help, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go on with a little bit more and then blot it again, just because I feel like I've done it somewhat unevenly. But the wedding I went to was like a Halloween themed wedding, and I wanted to be goth, but not like the type of goth where you're actually brave enough to do anything. Okay. So I'll probably touch this up a little bit more, but like this is kind of where you end up. See if you can see it. It's like a nice like berry type of shade, and it makes me feel like kind of badass without actually having, I'm washing my hands right now, without having to actually like do that much. And I kind of like that because I'm lazy. So that is the makeup look. I'm gonna change clothes because this is not what I'm wearing, and I'll bring this with me, and I might touch up a little bit, and you'll see later how it all turned out after I do that. All right, back to the regular video. What'd you think?
Loved it.
So good.